Wodonga, can I have the captain, please?
I'll talk you through.
That was a big defense.
You got to call in? No, no, what is it?
Daddy's going to know what to do and she's going to let me know.
I had a clue. Who's home team? You were the home team? Hang on.
Hang on, let me spin it.
Very good afternoon and welcome along to Albury Hockey Fields in Albury for a match of Hockey Albury Wodonga for round number 3. Steve Murphy, Cass Argus in commentary this afternoon. We're brought to you by BF Transport, NZ, Back on Track Physiotherapy, and the Commercial Club Albury in their brew house, along with Jayco Albury Wodonga. Looking for plenty of Jayco Albury Wodonga, your one-stop RV shop, Golds today, and Cavalier Homes. Cass Argus, week 3, North Wodonga. Let's hope we get another good one.
I think we're in for a good one here today, Murph, too. Wodonga typically strong in Div 1 women every year, and North's got plenty of experience on their side today. They're looking like a slightly older side today, so I expect them to do well.
So we're not too far off a start here in the clash that we've seen. 2 pretty good games so far.
We have, and we talked about this on the show during the week. We think the women's competition's more even than ever. We had Wombats have just knocked off Falcons 3-0 over there, which was unexpected, so we can wait and see what we get here today. Got both teams here today missing a few players out with COVID. It's unfortunately run through the association. So there'll be a few Div 2 players backing up the rest of their teammates here. Both clubs would typically train together during the week, so you'd think the Div 2 players will slot in nice and easily.
So we're almost set to get underway here.
Looks like we're going to have Wodonga starting with the ball, going towards the right of the screen. Expecting a good game from North goalie Sam Campbell. She might get a fair bit of work today.
Moments away and we do get started. Welcome to our All In Sports coverage of Hockey Albury Wodonga for 2022. Great to have them part of the family. And Wodonga to possess it first. Down with, here is Franks, an early opportunity for her. Across to the right-hand side. Flicking back into the foot there of Bronte Green. And straight away inside the D, looking for a teammate across there in the 16.
That's a great start there from Michaela Franks with that cross into the circle. Exactly how you want to start.
The 116, I should say. And Simone Flanagan.
We've seen a couple of hot starts in our games that we've been streaming so far, so we nearly had another one just then.
And so North having to defend early on in this game. Cass Argus, Steve Murphy in commentary. We've seen 2 belters so far really on All In Sports Cast. 2 really good contests to start the season, which is good to see. Reid.
Good work there from Quinn Reid. Back with North after a bit of a spell out in Canberra playing while she was at university. I'm sure she'll have quite the crowd here watching her. Well known for being part of the North's Beer Club, Quinn Reid.
And so North's first time they can really go forward here through Turner. Advances that up. So 3 games in, Cass. Not all different clubs, but 6 different teams we've now seen, which is good.
Yeah, we've had a great cross range from it as well too, and two new teams here today. We haven't seen either of these teams play yet so far. So interesting to see what they can bring to the broadcast. of a slow start here. Both teams just feeling each other out.
Kane goes in short across to Franks. And now a chance for North to go on the attack now. Inside the circle, it was intended across there for Ross, but just slid past her.
We might have a very attacking game on our hands here, Murph.
So now in the possession of Ponce, Riley Ponce. Going down the right-hand side and flicking it straight into the foot of Reed. Continuation on. Now across, an opportunity for Franks. Second attack for her, and a flick just over the top of goal. We almost very nearly had our opening goal. I think there it's Simone Flanagan.
Well, same play again there from Franks, and this time managed to find the deflection she was looking for. It's just gone over the top of the goals.
It actually looked like it was harder to miss, Cass.
Great start here from Michaela Franks.
And now North's looking to counter punch at the other end. Trying to track that down is Ross, but first back there will be Hardy.
Really good chase there from Ross. The coaches will be very happy to see that. Now they're just got to turn around and put the pressure back on.
So good feel about it early on in the clash of a match of the round.
Eliza Brown just taking her time here with the free hit. Doesn't seem to be a lot on.
This is Ponce. Already a couple of touches early on for her.
Some great early pressure here from North.
Ross again in the way, so Brown to take it. From the back third.
Getting plenty of advice from the coach, Craig Pont, there on the sideline, but just taking a little too long to take the free hits for my liking.
Riley Pont. Towards halfway. We're about to see a couple of changes in the game. This is Bronte Green with 201. That's the highest number I think we've seen so far, Cass. We're keeping hockey watch on that. Who has the biggest number in the competition?
Your obsession with the numbers is very interesting, Murph.
Ruby Kane. We've seen 170 odd in the soccer the other day. That is highly unusual for that sport. Lucy Turner.
It's very warm out here, so I'd expect to see the changes thick and fast today.
Now charging down in the 66 is Imogen Albon.
Good work there from Sam Campbell. And wins the free hit for a team too. Good attacking goalkeeping there. Something we can expect all day from her.
No Jaco Albury Wodonga goals just yet in the contest. We've played almost 5 minutes into it in our opening quarter here for Cavalier Homes. Beautiful afternoon really, Cass. It's not really hot out there, and it's definitely obviously not cold. It's pretty good conditions to play.
Yeah, we get a good couple of weeks at the start of the year, but then it starts to get nice and cold.
Charging through 97 is Oswald. So far the better of the attack with Wodonga. Jax advances towards midfield. North through the agency of Sumbler. Sends it out a little bit wider here. And now they'll attack for the right-hand edge. It's in the 7, Abigail Wilkinson. Back to Sumbler. Can't quite track it. Opportunity for Jax.
And we've got our first short corner for the game.
Goes away of North. A little bit against the trend, Cass.
Well, we've seen this a little bit in the last couple of weeks, haven't we? So North's just getting together, figuring out what they're going to do. Got a couple of old heads in that little huddle down there, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with here.
So first opportunity to score midway through, not even really midway through the opening quarter. Sumbler to take it.
Just watch for a tricky one for her going into the post too. Very, very smart player, Linda. She'll push the ball out and then roll into the post.
Goes towards Wildsmith. Traps it. Wildsmith flicks it. Straight to the foot there of Kane.
Umpires did just let it go for an extra second there to see if they get the shot off. North look like they're ready to go again too. Want to take it quick, not let Wodonga set up. Good ball out.
Wildsmith with it again. This time fires a shot again in the defence of Pont. Flicks out wide. And just slides past Green here. And gets it from the side. So North again, enjoying a bit of possession here. This is Rachel Jacks. In fact, it'll come back to Green.
Something we haven't seen in the game so far, Murph, is a team keeping consistent possession. And as I say that, they give it away.
Plenty of chatter out there at the moment. Pont. Bounce up across to Flanagan, who very nearly scored a little bit earlier on.
Yeah, and strong tackle there from Quinn Reid, who gets it going early.
It was actually Kinchilla a few moments ago as well. Jade. Possession with Quinn Reid. To Wild Smith. Fires in towards a teammate in Pizzy. Hardy combining across with Kane. Wodonga in the back half at the moment. Under a little bit of pressure as well, if you don't mind, Oswald. In amongst a bit of traffic there via Abigail Wilkinson.
Interesting here, Murph. We're seeing Wodonga with plenty of changes and North's no changes yet. I've got a feeling their bench may be the Div 2 players and they'll have to sit off for a certain amount of time before they can come on after playing Div 2.
You're right. Okay, interesting.
So you might see Wodonga just with the fresher legs for the next couple of minutes.
Riley Pont going for a run, spinning back to her right, then back to the left, firing the back of the stick. And
Sam Campbell again.
Covering it beautifully was Campbell. No chance that ball was getting past her.
So look for Wodonga to really push here for the next couple of minutes.
So North's in the white and blue. Wodonga in the predominantly maroon. And it's North's looking to attack, but that girl who's had a good game so far, Ruby Kane, advancing up towards the direction of Warhurst. Midway through the opening term, it's hard to find a trend cat. It's like both sides haven't settled in yet.
No, very true. I can just Wodonga just getting on top in the last minute or so. Should get the free hit there. Bit of a change in Wodonga's play in the last minute or two, trying to take the ball quickly as well.
And Ponu's had so much of the ball in the back third is all of a sudden looking very dangerous up front.
Look for this to maybe come out to a Shea Billingsley here on top of the circle. She'll be the one organising what the girls do.
It's the number 3 on your screen you can see with her back to us.
Her and the captain in Danielle McLeish both sitting on top of the circle here. I think what we're going to see here is a step into it and a hit.
So it comes out to Billingsley as you cue it, and she just miscues it. Tapped away by Campbell with a foot.
I don't think the ball came out to the side they wanted it, the way they were set up.
Green. Nice little through ball here. It'll find Jax, will it? It doesn't. Slides past her. Beautifully trapped by Billingsley. Still no score for Jacob Aubrey-Wodonga. As we tick down to 6 minutes remaining. Sumbler chasing onto it. Brown under her duress, but Sumbler, brilliant. Controls it.
Great tackle there from Ruby Kane. Comes across from the field.
Having a great game, isn't she?
Was playing on the left side, came across to the right, and look at her team go now.
Milinarik. And well blocked there by Quinn Reid. Didn't give any chance of that ball sliding through.
North's just struggling to get back here to defend, and I think the fact that they haven't been able to make some changes is starting to tell a little bit.
This early on, okay, interesting.
It's pretty hot out there, Murph. You said it wasn't. I'm not sure you've been in the sun.
No, well, it was overcast when I said that. It come across, cut me some slack. It's warmed up now.
Geez, you changed your mind pretty quickly, didn't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Woods flicks it up dangerously.
Seems to be everywhere at the moment, Ruby Kane. This would be good for North. You can just see them getting their breath back here. They wouldn't be against this little break in play.
And flicks through a couple. So Bronte Green again. fact, it won't be. It'll be down here taken with Sarah Boyd. Gee, an awkward one there. This is Ponce. Charges, not a bad ball through here across the Warhurst. Defended nicely by Reed. So too there, Wilkinson, and the shot across in the end by...
Riley Pont looking very dangerous at the top of the circle, getting the ball through.
Oswald it was with a back flick.
They won't want to be giving her too many shots on goal. That was fired in.
So North will get the ball again here. Just shy of halfway, we tick under. You can see on your time clock, ticking down slightly advanced of the game clock here at the venue. So around 3 and a bit of change remaining. The opening term for Cavalier Homes here. No Jacob Albury Wodonga Golds just as yet in the contest. Ponce everywhere at the moment. Back forward and through the midfield. Billingsley. And that's taken the foot off fancy there across of
just smart play there. Smart play from Bronte Green. Knew she wasn't going to take possession, so just made sure she got the free hit.
Wilkinson. Still Wilkinson. Looking for support on the outside of her. And that girl again. Kane. Sliding the ball up. Beautiful here to Franks. Down the left-hand edge. Started the term on the right. Just losing it as she was tracking towards the circle.
And she lost it, but managed to nick it into the foot of Quinn Reid there. So he gets the free hit. They'll reload.
Just the momentum, but was propelling her towards a shot then. And Reid, just a little fumble. The back heel almost. Brilliant there by Franks.
Geez, they've beaten Sam Campbell there, but really well done by the back line for North. Could have almost nearly been a stroke.
And again, one of the best on at the moment, Kane. So you can see it right through our camera here. You got the best angle. Next best thing to being here. Have a look at that.
Brooke Hardy taking the first hit, one of her first touches for the game. And it's a good one too.
Kinshella.
Got Riley Pont running for it and calling for it.
Goes in that direction. Beautiful trap as well. Advanced up. Flanagan. And North now all of a sudden from defence looking to turn into attack. This is Sumbler.
Great ball.
But again, across comes Kane to just steal it away there from Pizzi. Hardy. Under pressure by Pizzi. Hardy loses it momentarily, but it'll be a Wodonga ball.
The attack on the ball from Ruby Kane today has been amazing so far, Murph.
Ponce. Just loses possession for the moment.
Probably her first blemish for the day, but she's worked hard to get the ball back.
Boyd. And now across to the Jacks. In fact, it's Meg Ross in the end with it. Brown out wide here for Milinarik. Ponce.
Plenty of time to set something up here. Still about 25 seconds to go.
So only Wodonga from here can score in the opening term. No Jaco Albury Wodonga Golds just yet. They go into the quarter time break with a lead. Fires Campbell again. Just didn't get all of it. Now puts a little awkward for herself. Tidies up.
And I thought the Wodonga player tried to hold Sam Campbell back there too. Good clearance from Quinn Reid just to get him out of trouble for the quarter.
And that'll see us to quarter time as well as the time ticks down. So 0-0 here at the Albury Hockey Centre. In what we've seen in the opening 15 minutes, it does shape as a very intriguing next 3 quarters to come. We'll take a break on All In Sports coverage brought to you by BF Transport, NZ, Back on Track Physiotherapy and the Commercial Club Albury.
Hop into the Commercial Club for our Easter raffles every Wednesday and Sunday starting March 30th to April 13th with a hamper full of delicious Easter eggs. Tickets on sale from 5 p.m. in the Zodiac Lounge. See you at the Commercial Club Easter raffles.
Welcome back to the Albury Hockey Centre. It's great to have your company on a Sunday afternoon. I was going to say Saturday, then it's been a long weekend. It's 0-0 here. Steve Murphy, Cass Argus. Cass, as we start the second term, a good opening term, very competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. And both teams had some really good attacking plays. The ball's moving really quickly through the middle. So I'm just thinking there might be a little bit more defence played.
We get underway thanks to all our partners, BF Transport, NZ, Back on Track Physiotherapy and Commercial Club Albury. Watching it through All in Sports this afternoon. Norths, let's go forward again. More of the chances probably with Wodonga in that opening term, but
Looks like both teams are pretty much sticking with the same teams that we just finished with. Both still playing same structures as well by the looks of it. So both coaches seem to be happy with their game so far. The North's pressure on the free hits has been fantastic. Wodonga just have nowhere to go.
Kinshella passes back to Kane. Little through ball towards halfway. It's attempted, is it Hardy there to advance it on. Across to Warhurst in the 176, outpointed by Green. Who flicks it back into Warhurst's foot.
North have been taking their free hits really quickly to get through that setup from Wodonga. And we see it here again.
Reed, Wilkinson. As you can't see it on camera, but Kate Campbell doing a bit of limbo just alongside us here.
Who knew she was so flexible?
That's a gold every day of the week in the Olympics, that effort.
You got to let us know you're doing it next time, Kate.
We'll put the camera on that. And Billingsley goes up across here to Hardy. Nice pass across to Warhurst. Good combination this by Wodonga. Warhurst down inside the circle and just getting the deflection as well.
Thought it might have hit the foot there, but it must have been stick. So they set themselves up for a long corner here. Shay Billingsley just looking to insert herself into the attack here as well, taking the free hit.
So one golden opportunity in this game. Right at the start, I'll come back to that. Pont, and it was to Wodonga. They missed it. So no Jake Albury Wodonga goals just yet. How good is Pont here? This would be something else if she was to get through and score. It was brilliant build-up. So we had an opportunity. Simone Flanagan had the cross in and just unfortunately went over the top.
Murph, this is what happens when you take these free hits really quickly.
Sumbler Quick movement of the ball
There
towards
she is again.
Pizzy, but Ruby Kane. So quite a game so far.
She's just
Flicks back
attacking
to
the ball.
Pont. Out wide here to Hardy. Still Hardy. Just takes the safety. Corralled very nicely there by 79 and Joe Peachy. Sumbler starting to get involved in the game as well. Wilkinson out a little bit wider for Turner. But loses it to Kinchella.
Good
Import.
work there.
Albon. How good was Albon a couple of weeks ago in the men's department? This time for the women. Clever by North Reed. Trapped by Wildsmith.
Just so strong in the middle, Wildsmith.
Wilkinson. Tried to find Peachy. Loses at Hardy. Well, since you mentioned Hardy's first touch, she's been very prominent, Cass.
And done well there too.
Franks just misses it, slides its way through to Boyd. And now a bit of trouble perhaps at the back. McLeish running onto it. Combining with Franks.
Great tackle there.
Yeah, sensational at the back by North. Peachy.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. Pont. Very lively this afternoon.
Another great tackle there as well.
Albon. And it's wide.
So again, both teams really attacking at the moment. It's end-to-end stuff, Murph. I'm loving it.
I've called her twice.
Riley Pont's fast becoming one of my favourite players in the competition, Cass. He's gone on a couple of great runs forward.
Doesn't take much for you to get favourites, does it, Murph?
No, it doesn't.
There'll be North's ball here. Just again, we see him taking these free hits really quickly.
Sumler into Peachy. Corral by Brown. Sumler fires one wide, looking for Wilkinson.
Right idea.
Opening half for Cavalier Homes here. 0-0 as you can see on your scoreboard. Both sides, a couple of half opportunities going forward, but nothing really decisive. Just one real genuine chance.
I think what we're seeing with the changes too, Murph, is it's the forward line coming on and off the pitch. Both defences seem to be pretty solid today, and coaches don't want to change that at all.
Flanagan opposed to Turner. It's Flanagan who wins it for her side in the maroon. Wodonga going to the right of your screen. To the left, obviously, North's in the white. Trapped here. Flick through, taken by Oswald.
Oh, nice ball.
Was looking for Flanagan. Doesn't quite find her.
Great recovery there from McLeish.
Brilliant. Flicked it inside to Franks. Still Franks. Passing across and deflected away by the North's defence.
Sarah Boyd's had a great game in defence for North so far.
Franks again inside. McLeish curls it back. This time Flanagan does get on the end of it. And we have our opening Jaco Albury-Wodonga goal. It's 1-0 Wodonga's way.
They'd been threatening for a while, Murph, and they've finally got one off. The cross ball's been happening a lot. Sam Campbell previously had done a good job keeping him out, but that one, just too good.
How about the build-up as well, Danielle McLeish? Just didn't overhit it, just placed it nicely. Gave aside every opportunity. There's Ruby Kane. I don't want to tell you what to do, Cass, because let's be honest, I never do. But for our player of the day today,
she's certainly up there. I know who you're talking about.
Early contender.
Well, you talk about Riley Pont being your favourite, but you want to do Ruby Kane as your best on.
Righto, Cass.
Make your mind up, Murph.
Mate, you've caught me out. I agree. Well, I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be the best player to be a favourite player.
No. She's done a great job today. To the point where it looks like North have made the move too and changed players on her as well. Ange McDonald coaching North at the moment, coming off a knee reconstruction. We know she'd rather be out there, but very vocal on the sideline here.
So Boyd flicks it out wide. Ross advanced towards her. It'll be a Wodonga ball. Possession with the girls from the other side of the border. So Lucy Warhurst, who's been a good contributor in this opening half for Wodonga. Billingsley,
Great
nice touch. Goes to Brown. Slides through. A little fumble across here to Turner. Allows a chance for the goal scorer in Flanagan. Great to see Flanagan scoring too. After earlier on, she would have been disappointed not to get an early one on the board. Well played out wide to Peachy by Norths.
Just playing the first one there. I know we did see the North foot. Oh no, the umpires overruled each other.
So Oswald wins out. This is Billingsley.
And see, take the foot. That's going to be. Got to march her back 5. Be very careful there. She'll end up with a card if she sits there going off at the umpires. Green
fires one. Little deflection. Billingsley.
Good touch.
Again, second time in the term, isn't it?
That's what happens when you get a bit older. You learn how to just get the nice little touches, not have to put as much effort in.
Sure, Shay Billingsley be glad that you've said that, Cass.
I think she'll understand that there's a few younger people out there. North have done a good job here just to peg it back a little bit. Wodonga was getting on top. They had possession. They've done a really good job here just to peg them back.
Ponce flicks it inside. Beautiful pass too across to Albon. Top of the circle.
Yeah, just good defence again. It's really only been that one time through that they've managed to penetrate the North's defence.
Reed, brilliant. This is with Franks. Reed again comes up. Quinn Reed, quite magnificent back there. Ponce. Reed wins the ball for her team.
Her and Sarah Boyd in the back line are just playing really well together.
Peachy. I think it was accidental flick on, but it works out okay. Goes across to Wildsmith. Further abroad here to Wilkinson. And now further up the field has man on. As the sun disappears again just for the moment.
So it's always interesting the last couple of minutes before half time in any game. It's everyone's starting to get a little fatigued. Great ball through.
Bit of territory gain there for Gemma Mann as well. Brown with it.
Wodonga need to start taking their free hits a little bit quicker, and we see it happen. Not letting North set up defensively.
Flick on, defend at the back, Billingsley again. It was Wildsmith that flicked it through. Out wide, tracking it is Meg Ross. Can't keep it alive.
So it's the second time now we've seen one for each team where they're not quite 5, so look to the umpires to keep an eye on that.
Well done there by Wildsmith. Flicked it through for Pizzy. Missed her. Billingsley on a little bit of a run through the middle now. Gathers about 20. A nice run and a ball through looking for Franks. It's a little strong.
She's really inserted herself in the game the last couple of minutes, Shay Billingsley. Not too happy with herself with that one, but was a very good setup. Walsh just giving the ball up there. Gleesh trying to take it into the circle. Good defence by North again there as well. So with about 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Bronte Green gets the ball across North, switching it across in the back line now. They've gone up the middle, dangerous hit, but it comes off. Wildsmith gets the ball out wide and lifts the ball. Interesting, I thought it had hit the foot. So So Wodonga just taking their time here. Oswald to take the free hit. Dangerous shot on goal earlier on. Wodonga really taking their time here to set up. The ball through, it's off a North stick, so that makes it okay. Well read there by Quinn Reid and wins the free hit. And as we've seen all game, North take it quickly. Peachy puts the ball out to the right. They bring it up the wing. Cut off there by Oswald. Good tackle there from Gemma Mann. Pizzy just gives it up to Brown. Flicks the ball up the sideline, gives it back to North here. Man can't quite get it before it goes over the sideline. Ruby Kane to take the free hit.
So have you seen any changes since quarter time, Cass, as we go down towards the half? Have you seen anything that suggests one side's about to break the floodgates here?
I think Wodonga look a little bit more dangerous when they are attacking. North just can't quite get the shot on goal. Wodonga goalkeeper Martin hasn't really had to make a save yet. So they're getting the ball in there, they just aren't getting the shot off. So I think that will be their focus at half time, is how do we get shots on goal.
And Wodonga, maybe one of their last, well, it will be one of their last, perhaps their last attacking thrust. No, stopped by Norths. Frank's there, steal it away. Bit accompanied by Peachy.
Yeah, good hassle there from Joe Peachy. So with a minute to go here, Norths will set themselves up. Could they maybe catch Wodonga on the hop? As I said, the goalkeeper Martin hasn't really had to do much in this first half. Could be getting a little bit cold.
And
they get the deflection.
Peachy almost could get on the end of it, still a chance. Just needed a stick, and potentially it was 1-1 heading to half time.
Well, that was probably their best build-up for the game, Murph, so they'll take some confidence into half time.
Still given, they'd have to be reasonably happy with 1-0 down, Cass.
I would be. I think it's been a great game so far. Both defences have had a lot of work to do.
Billingsley. Trapped here by Green. Still looking for a whistle there was Jade Kinchella. 15 seconds on the clock.
And the umpire's found a free hit way back over here on this side of the field. That'll take us to half time, I think. Shay Billingsley won't be in any hurry to take this.
So at halftime, just one goal going to Simone Flanagan in the 116 for Wodonga is the difference in this game at the moment. It come in the second quarter. Cass Argus, so what did you make of the opening half?
Yeah, exactly what I thought. I thought both defences would be quite strong in this game, and I think we're going to see the same thing in the second half. So Norths need to just build up their forward line a little bit, and just like that last shot on goal we had in the last little bit of the first half, do it again.
All right, Cass Argus, Steve Murphy. We'll take a break on All In Sports live coverage of the 2022 Hockey Albury Wodonga season. It is Wodonga leading Norths 1-0.
You work hard, so does your equipment. You can't afford to stop. So when a hose or fitting lets go, you need to know there's someone around to get you back up and running fast. No matter where you are or what time it is, your local NZ hose doctor will be there. With an extensive network all around the country, chances are we're not that far away. You work hard at what you do, and at NZ, we work hard to keep you going. NZ, on call 24/7.
Give me space days, cringe days, sleepy days, and binge days. Every day lives here with Cavalier.
So welcome back to the All In Sports match of the day. We're into the Cavalier Homes third stanza here. It is 1-0, the goal to the 116, Simone Flanagan. The number on her back in front of us here. Cass Argus, Steve Murphy. Cass, let's see if we can continue this trend of a tight clash so far.
We're doing well so far. Just listening to, we're on the Wodonga side here. Coach Craig Pont at half-time wasn't too happy with that second quarter, said it got a little bit scrappy, so he's hoping for some cleaner hockey this quarter.
And straight away on the attack, Wilkinson for North. So looking to put early pressure on Wodonga here. Turner hits it into the foot there of Kinshella, who's, I don't think she's been too happy with the umpire today, just quietly. Frustrated might be the term that comes to mind.
We all have those games, Murph. You feel like everything's going against you.
She certainly does right now. Billingsley. The cool head. Kane.
There'll be a Wodonga ball. Come off North stick.
Kane fires it up to Flanagan. Got a little touch on it. Good enough. Franks. Still Franks controlling it. Flanagan on her left. And Franks, Reed.
Quinn Reed again.
We spoke earlier about Ruby Kane, but Quinn Reed has to be another contender for our player of the day.
Yeah, and I think her fullback mate Sarah Boyd's right up there as well too. She's had a cracking game as well.
Kinshella.
Yeah, just a little lazy with the tackle there coming in from behind. Giving away the free hit.
Kinshella fires it in. Dangerous sort of area. Peachy had to slap it out of there. Now Billingsley across to Ponce.
I think this is the difference between the two teams at the moment. When North's attack, they're not getting it into their circle. Wodonga, when they attack, are getting it into the circle, getting shots on goal. But so far, so good for North. They've kept them out pretty well today.
So a second opportunity here.
Wodonga look like they're going with the same setup again. They'll get Billingsley to trap it and McLeish to come through with the hit.
Short out here to Albon. Will slip past her, so it hasn't worked out well for Wodonga. Turner. And North's be very happy with that. Didn't have to do a lot.
No, they got away with one there, North.
Quinn Reed deserves a bit of a breather. She's been outstanding. Wildsmith. Wilkinson. Still Wilkinson. Out wide here to Turner. Lucy Turner. And the good pressure coming across by Kinshella. You hear the coaches there at Wodonga, good hustle, and that is exactly what it was. Kane, advance up. Flanagan did well to avoid it in the head. Wilkinson, tapped away from her via Albon. Coming through, Billingsley takes out the stick there.
Great tackle from her, nice and strong too.
Franks through her and Reed.
Really good ball there too.
Feels like a tug of war, Cass. Honestly, like, you'd probably say maybe Wodonga slightly on top in general play, but not by a lot.
It just feels like it's one of those games that if North can get the ball in their circle and get a few shots off, they might jag one here.
Ross loses it to Kane, regains it from Kane, and then runs through a couple.
Gets through
Kinsella, one
two
of
of them.
those. Did brilliantly. Sumler, around Brown, did really well. Got
Yeah,
through it.
Great work
And
there.
then
Great
foot,
work.
foot of Billingsley. Wilkinson. So a promising build up this by Norths. Fires into the circle.
Not quite what you would have wanted there, Emma Pizzi, but did come in from behind. Just needed to probably just attack the ball a little bit more there.
Kinsella. Flanagan. And goes further than her out towards Franks.
Good pick up.
Now Franks into the D. Flicks it back, but straight into coming across Boyd. You mentioned her a couple of times on the coverage, Cash. She has been outstanding. Kinsella didn't quite get purchased. Read again. Every time. She happens to be the right place, right time.
Should
Kane.
have just given it straight back to Kane, who's the other one that's been everywhere today.
Brown.
Couple of stars out there today, Merv.
A little bit wider to Smart. Sorry, it's Hardy out there. Hardy goes around Pizzi. Almost ran out of tarmac. Guess who?
Quinn Reid. When all else fails, there she is. She might be about to get it back here again too.
Pont. Seemingly everyone else went in slow motion. She went in fast forward, got through, but can't get past the defensive Reid again. Back out here to Hardy and Reid. Gee, without Quinn Reid, I reckon it might be 2 or 3-0.
Yeah, I'd say Sam Campbell might say to her after the game, thank you very much. Made my job a bit easier.
This is the same Sam Campbell that was goalkeeper for the Boomers
The Boomers.
in the soccer.
No. Yeah, actually, I think she does play
believe
soccer.
it is.
She's played a bit of AFLW as well.
That is her.
I think. Might
Very
have
good
been
goalkeeper. Yep.
Lavington, it might have been she played
Correct.
for as well.
That's her. There you go.
Does everything.
Does a lot. Can't be a goalkeeper in the Aussie rules, but she's a goalkeeper in the soccer.
Leah Wildsmith's played a bit of soccer in her time too.
Okay.
Interesting. One sport you can't use your feet. The other sport you should be using your feet.
Don't know if Sam's playing this year, but anyway, in soccer. But anyway, we continue on. Billingsley.
McLeish doing well there, just getting the free hit and going straight away.
One of those games, Cass, that it doesn't matter how much ball Wodonga has. Why that score remains 1-0. It keeps Norths in the contest.
Absolutely.
They only need that one chance, that one opportunity.
And I don't think North would really be feeling the pressure here. Either it'd be Wodonga feeling the pressure to keep the lead.
Pont across, Kinsella. Just can't quite get purchase on it. We do have another corner here.
Righto, so Ruby or Eliza, that shouldn't have happened in the last shot. We need one of our halves to hang in the middle there. That is the deep backup. So it'll either be Brooke or Rube. Pardon?
Bit of confusion out here from the defence for Wodonga. How they should be setting up in those short corners. So we're going with the same setup again for Wodonga. Looking for a good push out here. Yet to get a shot off on a short corner, Wodonga.
McLeish fires the shot. Brilliant save, but then tapped in by the 66 Imogen Albon.
Just got a feeling there might be a question here. I haven't paid the goal. My guess is the question might be, Murph, that first shot on goal was a hit. Was it going to be hitting the backboard? You can see in the goals the first shot, if it's a hit, has to be hitting the backboard. And I don't know that it was going to be. So that's the question being asked. If the umpires decide it was going to hit, it'll be a goal. Otherwise, they'll call it as a 16. And they've called the goal, Murph.
2-0 for Jacob Aubrey Wodonga. The lead sits with Wodonga. 66 Imogen Albon getting the goal to go alongside Simone Flanagan. And it's 2-0 here.
North on the hop here now. Taking those free hits nice and quickly like they have all game. Putting a stop to it. But the free had already been earned from North. So Lucy turns it here. Wildsmith just playing around with it in the middle there. Earns herself a free hit. Again, taking it quickly. Your girl Ruby Kane saves the day again, Murph.
So as time ticks down, we're under 8 minutes to go in this third quarter for Cavalier Homes. Billingsley flicks wide to McLeish, goes up to Pont. Three of the better players out there for Wodonga.
It's opened right up here for Wodonga too.
Has Boyd for company, takes a deflection off her. Reed, short into Ross. And Norths need to counter punch right now. McLeish fires up to Ponce, goes further through to Franks. So good early on in this game. Into the circle, and Sam Campbell clears it out to Reed.
So Wodonga with the free hit on the sideline here. Back to Billingsley. Oh, well cut off there from North, and earns a free hit at the same time. Jack's trying to take it quickly, but wasn't taking it from where the penalty was actually done. So Reed will take it just outside the 16 here. Middle of the pitch. Looks to cross it over. Finds Turner. To the middle to Wilkinson. Bit of fancy stick work there. Gets around two Wodonga players. Oh, great shot into the circle here to Pizzi. Gets through one.